I've talked a ton on this channel about the importance of email marketing and how to build any kind of professional voiceover, full-time professional voiceover business, email marketing has to be part of your strategy. And I've done tons of videos on it, but one thing that I have not touched on yet is the importance of following up with these people that you're reaching out to. Have you ever sent an email out to a content creator or video producer, advertising agency, and then not heard back? And then all of a sudden your brain immediately starts to go into storytelling mode, like, did they even like my demo? Or do they even need or use voice talent? Maybe I said something wrong in my email. Email marketing doesn't work. All those kinds of stories kind of start spinning up in your head if you don't hear back from the client. The truth is, most of the time, none of that stuff is true. What the truth is, and this is going to shock you, but people are busy. People just don't have time to reply back immediately to every email they get throughout the day, especially if they get a lot of emails from voice actors looking for work. And that's exactly why we're going to talk about follow-up today, because most people will send a single email and forget about it. Or they send an email, the client replies back, and they also don't send a follow-up after that. What we're going to talk about today is the importance of following up with not only cold emails, but also warm emails where the people have replied back. And, the whole goal is to stay on their radar. And if you're new here, my name is Mike Hathcote. I'm a full-time working voice actor, and I run the VoiceOver Blueprint training program and the accompanying YouTube channel here, where the goal is to give you free, actionable insights to run your professional voiceover business. And if you've always wanted to be a voice actor but just never really knew how to get started, I host a free webinar every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time where we cover the steps to becoming a full-time or part-time working voice actor. We cover the steps to get started, talk about some things that could derail your career, have an open Q&A session live on the call. And just for showing up, I'll give you a copy of my book, The VoiceOver Blueprint, which is the digital download as well as the audiobook plus 4 free additional gifts just for showing up to the webinar. So click that link down below, sign up for free, and I'll see you on Tuesday. All right, one of the biggest things that I see new voice actors do when they first start their marketing is to send one email, maybe two, and then forget it forever. That is going to kill your business. And the reason why, and I can't remember where I read this stat, but I think it takes up to 5 marketing touches for someone to buy. Well, the same mentality kind of goes into one of your potential clients. Think about your own life and your own email inbox. How many promotional emails do you get every day? And I'll bet that you don't reply to every single one of them. So it takes repetition. It takes, a little bit of that stick-to-itiveness to make sure that the client realizes that you are serious and you're interested in working with them. And you don't reply to them because you hate the sender. You don't reply to them because, they're bad emails. You're busy. And it takes a few times to start to kind of, creep into your psyche to actually feel like you want to reply to them. Most producers, content creators, they're juggling a lot of stuff, a lot of different projects, and they've got a lot of irons in the fire. Just because they don't reply right now doesn't mean that they don't want to work with you right now. Maybe they just don't need you right now. And a lot of places will just file that email away. If they like your content, they'll file that email away until they need you. And I've said this on here a bajillion times as well. I have gotten emails back well over a year later from when I actually sent my initial email and never heard back. And they just filed me away until the need arises. And then when they reached out, it's like, okay, let's do this. So let's say you send an email. They open the email. They go to your website. By the way, never attach your demo to an email like an MP3. Always put a link to your website so they can not only hear you, but also learn more about you. But let's say you send that email. They like your stuff. They file you away, and they never hear from you again. Well, could be they might forget you if they don't hear from you again. Maybe they do have you filed away somewhere, but if you don't jog their memory every so often to let them know that you're still available to work, you may just not only be on the back burner, you may just fall back behind the stove. All right, so how often should you follow up? Well, it's a couple of different ways. For general marketing, what I usually suggest for people to do for warm leads, meaning for people who have replied back to your initial email but have not booked yet, I always advise people to follow up every couple of months. That's kind of the agreed upon standard. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, if you feel like that's a little too pushy, then you can maybe go out to 3 months. If you want to go even sooner and you're not too worried about it, then you can maybe do it sooner. But usually that 2-month mark is the sweet spot. Now, when it comes to cold emails, people who you've sent email out to, they have not replied back. You could probably do that a little bit sooner, do those follow-up emails. And you could do, 2 to 3 of those, once again, given your, comfortability with the situation. Maybe send the first email. If you haven't heard back, maybe a couple of weeks later, follow up. Maybe a couple of weeks after that, follow up again. Usually after those 3, if I have not at least received a warm reply, then I'll usually just kind of put them on the back burner. All right, so what do you talk about when you send these follow-up replies? Let's say you're replying back to a warm lead who initially replied back, and you're sending an email every couple of months to stay on their radar. What do you talk about? Here's a few things you can mention. Number 1, if you've gotten any recent jobs lately that you have put out there publicly, whether it's on your website or on YouTube or whatever, you can say, hey, check out this recent job I did. Another thing you can mention is maybe you got a new demo. Hey, check out my new corporate narration demo. Think this might work for what you guys need. Another thing would be an interesting article that they might be interested in, something in their field about video production or something like that. Hey, I came across this article, thought you might dig it. So you don't always have to be asking for work. It's just a matter of, like I said, staying on the radar, letting them know that you are still available and ready to work when they are ready. Okay, so what if you're thinking, well, I'm bothering them. I seem too salesy when I send these emails out. Chances are that's probably not true. And the ones who you are bothering will let you know. And they'll say either take me off your list or no thanks, I'm fine. Those kinds of things. Most of the time, you won't hear anything. The average prospect or prospective customer is not just sitting around thinking about what your follow-up schedule is. Like I said, they're busy. And if you can hit them every couple of months just to let them know that you're still around, that is not going to be considered bothering them. And like I said, the people who it is bothering, you don't want to work with them anyway. So most voice actors actually quit that process before it even pays off. They send one email and stop, or they send a couple and stop, and they don't realize that persistence is what not only people appreciate, but will also help you win that race down the road. I've said this on here plenty of times as well. Think of your email marketing as planting seeds. You're planting the seeds for later. Hopefully later, each one of those seeds that you plant is going to blossom into a relationship. But you have to plant a lot of seeds to get these to bloom. One other thing that's very important is using some sort of a tracking mechanism or software like a CRM to follow up with these people and track them. Just using a spreadsheet is doable, but CRMs are much better built for the kind of follow-up and the kind of tracking of your progress and of all your potential clients. I think they're better than a spreadsheet. So remember, the purpose here is not to keep bothering them until they hire you. The purpose is to just politely tap them on the shoulder every couple of months or so, just to let them know that you're still available, you're still ready to work when they are, and just keep showing up. We're going to go a lot deeper into the marketing aspect of voiceover in that Tuesday night free webinar. So if you haven't signed up yet, click that link down below, sign up for free, and remember you're going to get a copy of the book, The Voiceover Blueprint, just for showing up, and I'll see you on Tuesday. And I mentioned earlier about a CRM. Well, what is a CRM? A CRM is a customer relationship manager, and it's a way to track your prospects and clients and leads. So if you want to learn all about what a CRM does and a few of the ones that you can use, then check out that video right there.